The Sutra of Innumerable Meanings, Chapter 2, Dharma Preaching. At that time, magnificently adorned Bodhisattva, the Great One, with 80,000 Bodhisattva Great Ones, finished praising the Buddha with this verse, and said to him in unison, "World-honored one, we, an assembly of 80,000 Bodhisattvas, now want to ask you about the Tathagata's Dharma, but wonder whether the world-honored one will hear us or not." The Buddha said to magnificently adorned Bodhisattva and the 80,000 Bodhisattvas, "Good, good. You have known well that this is the time. What would you like to ask? What is your question? I will answer it." Then, magnificently adorned Bodhisattva, with the 80,000 Bodhisattvas, said to the Buddha in unison, "World-honored one, if Bodhisattva Great Ones want to attain supreme awakening quickly, what gateway to the Dharma should they use? What gateway to the Dharma leads Bodhisattva Great Ones to attain supreme awakening quickly?" The Buddha said to magnificently adorned Bodhisattva and the 80,000 Bodhisattvas, "There is a unique gateway to the Dharma that leads Bodhisattvas to attain supreme awakening quickly. If a Bodhisattva learns this gateway to the Dharma, he will attain supreme awakening." "World-honored one, what is this gateway to the Dharma called? What does it mean? How does a Bodhisattva practice it?" The Buddha replied, "Good sons and good daughters, this unique gateway to the Dharma is called Innumerable Meanings. A Bodhisattva who wants to practice and study the gateway to the Dharma of Innumerable Meanings should observe that all things were originally, will be, and are in themselves empty and tranquil in nature and character. Not large or small, not subject to arising or extinction, not fixed or immovable, and neither advancing nor retreating. Like empty space, they are non-dualistic. All living beings, however, make delusory distinctions, weighing whether something is this or that, whether it is a gain or a loss. Bad thoughts come to them, producing a variety of evil actions. They transmigrate within the 6 states, undergoing all kinds of suffering and harm, from which they cannot escape. Seeing this clearly, Bodhisattva Great Ones cultivate sympathy and show great kindness and compassion in the desire to extricate others from suffering. What's more, they penetrate deeply into all things. In accord with the character of a Dharma, all things emerge. In accord with the character of Dharma, all things live. In accordance with the character of Dharma, all things change. In accord with the character of Dharma, all things perish. In accord with the character of the Dharma, bad things emerge. In accord with the character of Dharma, good things emerge, live, change, and perish. Bodhisattvas, observing these 4 modes and being thoroughly familiar with them from one end to the other, should next observe clearly that none of these things continue to live even for a moment, but emerges and perishes every moment, each emerging, living, changing, and perishing in an instant. After seeing this, the abilities, natures, and desires of living beings can be seen. As natures and desires are innumerable, sermons are innumerable, and as sermons are innumerable, meanings are innumerable. The innumerable meanings emerge from one Dharma. This one Dharma is characterlessness. Accordingly, this characterlessness manifests all characters. Neither having character nor being characterlessness is called true character. The compassion that bodhisattva great ones display after dwelling at peace in this true character of reality is clear and not in vain. They are truly capable of relieving living beings from suffering. Having given them relief from suffering, they teach the Dharma again, delighting all living beings. Good sons and good daughters, if a bodhisattva practices well the gateway to the Dharma of innumerable meanings in this way, the bodhisattva will, for certain, attain supreme awakening soon. Such a profound and unexcelled great vehicle Sutra of Innumerable Meanings is truly correct in logic, unsurpassed in value, and protected by the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. Therefore, if you want to attain unexcelled awakening quickly, you should practice and study the profound, unexcelled, great vehicle Sutra of Innumerable Meanings. At that time, magnificently adorned Bodhisattva spoke once again to the Buddha, "World-honored one, the Dharma preached by the world-honored one is inconceivable. The ability and nature of living beings is also inconceivable. Though we no longer have doubts about any of the Dharma preached by the Buddha, out of fear that various living beings will be perplexed, we repeatedly ask the world-honored one about it. In what sense is what you preached in the past different from what you preach today? One hears that if bodhisattvas practice only the profound and unexcelled great vehicle, Sutra of Innumerable Meanings, without fail they will soon attain unexcelled awakening. Is that true? Please, world-honored one, out of compassion and pity for all, analyze this for the sake of living beings everywhere, and leave no doubt in the minds of all those in the present and future who hear the Dharma." Then the Buddha said to great adornment Bodhisattva, "Good, good. You have raised good questions for the Tathagata about the subtle and wonderful meaning of the profound and unexcelled great vehicle. You should know that you will greatly enrich many, pleasing human and heavenly beings, and relieving living beings from suffering. This is the truth of great compassion, a truth that is not in vain. For this reason you will surely and quickly attain unexcelled awakening. You will also enable all living beings in the present and future to accomplish unexcelled awakening." After sitting upright for 6 years under the Bodhi tree at the place of the way, I could attain supreme awakening. With eyes of a Buddha, I could understand that not all the teachings could be proclaimed. Why was that? I knew that the natures and desires of living beings were not the same. As their natures and their desires were not the same, I taught the Dharma in various ways. I used the power of skillful means to teach the Dharma in various ways. And after more than 40 years, the truth has not yet been revealed. This is why there are differences in the way living beings take the way, and why they do not attain unexcelled awakening quickly. Good sons and good daughters, the Dharma is like water that washes away dirt. Just as the water in a well, a pond, a stream, a river, a valley, a ditch, or a great sea is equally effective in washing away all kinds of dirt, so Dharma water effectively washes away the filth that afflicts human beings. Good sons and good daughters, the nature of water is the same, but a stream, a river, a well, a pond, a valley stream, a ditch, and a great sea are distinct and different from one another. The nature of the Dharma is like this. There is equal effectiveness and no differentiation in washing away the waste of afflictions. But the 3 teachings, the 4 fruits, and the 2 ways are not one and the same. Good sons and good daughters, though the water washes equally well, a well is not a pond is not a stream or a river, and a valley stream or a ditch is not a sea. Just as the Tathagata, the world's hero, is free in the Dharma, all of the teachings in his sermons are like this. Though early, middle, and late teachings equally wash away the delusions of living beings, the beginning is not the middle, and the middle is not the end. Teachings at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end are the same in expression, but different in meaning. Since the meaning is different, so too the understandings of living beings differ. And since understandings differ, so do attainments of the Dharma, of its fruits, and of the way differ. From when I attained the way and stood to teach the Dharma for the first time until I proclaimed the great vehicle Sutra of Innumerable Meanings today, I have never ceased preaching about suffering, emptiness, impermanence, no enduring self, the absence of greatness, the absence of pettiness, original non-arising, present non-extinction, one character and absence of character. I have also preached Dharma character, Dharma nature, non-coming, non-going, and the four modes by which all the living are driven. Good sons and good daughters, this is why all Buddhas everywhere respond to the variety of voices without a forked tongue and with one sound. Though each has only one body, they show bodies as innumerable and numberless as the sands of hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of Ganges rivers. In each body they display a number of similar types, countless as the sands of hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of Ganges, and in each type they show forms as countless as the sands of hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of Ganges. Accordingly, this is the inconceivable and profound sphere of all the Buddhas. Even bodhisattvas at the 10th stage cannot reach it. Only among Buddhas can it be fathomed well. Good sons and good daughters, this is why I teach that the profound, wonderful, and unexcelled great vehicle Sutra of Innumerable Meanings is truly correct in logic, unsurpassed in value, and protected by the Buddhas of the past, present, and future. Therefore, Bodhisattva great ones, if you want to attain unexcelled awakening quickly, you should practice and study the profound, unexcelled, great vehicle Sutra of Innumerable Meanings. After the Buddha had finished teaching this, the 3,000 great thousandfold world trembled and shook in 6 ways. Various kinds of heavenly flowers, such as blue lotus, water lily, and white lotus, spontaneously rained down from the sky, and innumerable kinds of heavenly perfumes, robes, garlands, and priceless treasures also rained and came rolling down from the upper sky and were offered to the Buddha. At this time, 32,000 bodhisattva great ones in the assembly reached the state of concentration of innumerable meanings. 34,000 bodhisattva great ones gained entrance through the gateway of countless and unquantifiable incantations and turned the never-retreating Dharma wheel of all the Buddhas of the 3 worlds. Unquantifiable numbers of living beings aspired to supreme awakening. Namo Mita Boots. Namo Mita Boots. Namo Mita Boots.